There's so much to see on a trip to Egypt, with its spectacular temples, subterranean tombs, lovely beaches, amazing diving, and of course iconic Bond movie locations. Then there's the pyramids, which far exceeded my expectations, but as someone who suffers from claustrophobia, I was a bit nervous about going inside. I knew it was going to be tight at times, but I couldn't find any information on just how tight, so I've made this quick video to show you what to expect. I'm in Egypt, in Giza, and behind me is the Great Pyramid, Khufu. I paid for entry, but I am very claustrophobic. I didn't do very well in the Viet Cong tunnels in Vietnam. Will I survive this? I'm going to show you what it's like inside. I'm not sure what to expect. Wish me luck. Let's go. You start by walking up a few steps on the outside of the pyramid itself before reaching the entrance. Now, some inspectors may claim that your ticket is invalid for some reason, but if you bought it at the main gate to the pyramids, just stand your ground and they'll let you in. They also seemed in two minds about allowing cameras, at first saying I needed to leave everything with them, but then changing their minds and letting me carry and film with my GoPro and phone. Maybe it's bigger cameras that they're more concerned about. Anyway, I was careful not to get in anyone's way and only record briefly. So, once past the entrance, you walk into the pyramid through a passage that should be fine for but the tallest people. You then reach the first set of stairs that quickly become enclosed in a narrow passage with people walking both up and down. I'd estimate the passage is about 1.2 meters or roughly 4 feet tall, so most people will be crouching as they walk. But you will get through it in about 1 minute before you reach the Grand Gallery, where you can stand up fully, so it's not too bad. For me, this was one of the most spectacular parts of the journey. As I began to relax though, I really noticed that the temperature had risen significantly. It's getting quite warm now. Then at the top of the steps you reach the entrance to the King's Chamber, a short tunnel that's a little narrower still than those earlier steps. Oh, this is really tight. But I just about managed to crouch. After about 6 foot, there's a small section where you can briefly stand up before crouching and crawling the same distance again into the main chamber itself. At this point, my GoPro ran out of juice, so it's over to my phone for the rest of the footage, and as you can see, this final room is fairly small, but at least you can stand up in it and move around the sarcophagus. It took me about 10 minutes in total to get here from the entrance, so not really that long at all. The thing is, it's so hot at this point you won't want to stick around for too long, so it's back to that brief but narrow tunnel before then heading back down through the Grand Gallery. Again, be sure to pause for a few seconds to enjoy this part, as it's arguably the most attractive and comfortable section on the entire trip. Then before long you're back at the first set of wooden steps through the narrow passageway. Then it's some relief to get back to that short passage where you can stand up fully as you walk towards the outside of the pyramid before emerging triumphant. Now, it may be considered hot outside, but it is in fact comparatively cool compared to where you've just been. So, some of the passages inside may be narrow and the temperature is certainly hot, but if you're reasonably mobile, I'd say it's well worth going inside the pyramids. So that was super hot inside and I was quite keen to get back out, but it's certainly very doable even if you do have some claustrophobia like me. And we timed it accidentally so that we were coming down just as it had closed for lunch, so it was actually quite quiet without people coming up while you're going down, because those stairs are pretty tight. Right, I think I need to cool down now. Thanks for watching, see you next time.